Hi guys, so today we're doing 6.4 elimination day 2. So in this lesson, what the issue is that we're going to have to multiply one of the equations or both of the equations in order to get them to eliminate. So if you look at example A, we are given two equations but the top one and the bottom one will not eliminate as written. So what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite the top equation, so x plus y equals 3. And we're going to rewrite the bottom equation right underneath it. And in order to get something to eliminate, one of the variables, we're going to multiply the entire top equation. So I want the x's to cancel. You can get the y's to cancel if you want. I'm going to do the x's. So in order to get the x's to cancel, I need to multiply the entire equation by positive 2. So now on the top, I will have 2x plus 2y equals 6. And on the bottom, I'm just going to write it exactly how it was. So I have negative 2x plus 4y equals 6. Now I can just add straight down like I have been. My x's will cancel, and I'll have 6y equals 12. And I can divide both sides by 6. So y equals 2. Now I'm going to take what y equals and plug it in for y in the original equation. So I'm going to use the top one because doesn't have a lot of crazy numbers, but I'm going to do it into the original. So I'm going to rewrite that original equation. I have x plus, instead of y, I'm going to plug in that 2 because that's what y equals. And then write the rest of the equation equals 3. In order to solve for x, I need to subtract 2 on both sides. And I get x equals 1. So my solution here will be 1, 2. All right, let's keep going and practicing these. So my next two sets of equations. If you look, you can kind of tell which equation you're going to need to multiply by in order to get them to cancel. Like for B, I have a 6x on top and a negative 2x on bottom. If I multiply the entire bottom equation by 3, I will easily be able to get those x's to eliminate. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rewrite the top equation and the bottom. And then I'm going to multiply the entire top equation by 3. Now I'm going to rewrite both equations. So rewrite the top exactly how it is and multiply the whole bottom equation. So I'll have negative 6x plus 9y equals 15. Now I add down just like I have been. So my x's are going to cancel. I'll have 2y equals 6. Divide both sides by 2. And y equals 3. So now, just like we've been doing, I'm going to take that y, what y equals, and I'm going to plug it in for y. Let's just stick with the top equation. So I'm going to plug it in for y in the top equation. So I have 6x minus 7. Instead of y, I'm going to replace it with the 3. And then equals negative 9. So negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. Add. Six x equals 12. Divide both sides by 6. And x equals 2. So my solution will be 2, 3. All right, let's try another one just like this. So if you're looking at C, The x's, I'm going to have to multiply both in order to get them to eliminate. But I can multiply just the bottom equation in order to get the y's to eliminate. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rewrite the top and then rewrite the bottom. But I'm going to multiply the entire bottom equation by 2. So now rewrite the top again. And then multiply by 2 and rewrite the bottom. So 8 times 2 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4. And 10 times 2 is 20. Now I could add down, so my y's will eliminate. Negative 7x plus 16x is 9x. 7 plus 20 is 27. Divide both sides by 9, and x equals 3. Now we're going to take that 3 and we're going to plug it in for x in the top original. So I have negative 7. Instead of x, I'm going to replace it with the 3. Minus 4y equals 7. Negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. Add 21 to both sides. I get negative 4y equals 28. And then divide. Y equals negative 7. My solution is 3, negative 7. So that's the first part of elimination day 2, and that's one of the easier ones. Now we're going to move on to some that are going to be a little bit harder. So in order to do this one, we're going to need to have the x's and y's both on the same side of the equal sign. So if you notice, this one has x and y right where it should be, but this one doesn't. So in order to get them on the same side, I need to subtract both sides. Subtract 3x from both sides. I always like them stacked, so I'm going to rewrite the top equation. And then rewrite the bottom. So I want my x's and y's to line up. So I have negative 3x plus 7y equals 19. So my x's and y's are lined up. All of them are on the same side of the equal sign. So we're good. If you notice, there's nothing that I can multiply just one of these equations by in order to get them to cancel. So now I need to pick a variable that I want to cancel. The way I like to decide which one to pick is if one of them is positive and negative. So if you look, my 5, my x's, that's positive. My 3 is negative. So I'm going to focus on getting rid of my x values. So on step 2, I'm going to rewrite the top equation. 5x plus 2y equals negative 18. And then rewrite the bottom. So negative 3x plus 7y equals 19. In order to get the x's to eliminate, I'm going to need to multiply the entire top equation by 3. And I'm going to multiply the entire bottom equation by 5. So I multiply the top by this number and the bottom by that number. Now I'm going to rewrite. So 5x times 3 is 15x. 2y times 3 is 6y. 18 times 3 is negative 54. Then my bottom equation, I have negative 15x plus 35y equals 95. Now my x's will eliminate, and I can add down. So 6y plus 35 is 41y. Negative 54 plus 95 is 41. And when I divide, I get y equals 1. Now I just do what I've been doing. So I take that 1 and I substitute it in to the original equation. So my original top equation said 5x plus 2 instead of y. I'm going to replace it with 1 equals negative 18. So 5x plus 2 equals negative 18. I need to subtract the 2 from both sides. 5x equals negative 20. And when you divide, you get x equals to negative 4. So my solution here is negative 4, 1. If this is too fast for you guys, just make sure that you're slowing down, okay? You can always pause it, watch it again, or come to class with questions. All right, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I cannot multiply just one of these equations to get them to eliminate. So I'm going to multiply both. The x's already have a negative, but so do the y's, so really you can pick either one of these variables to eliminate. I'm just going to stick with the x's. So I have 5x plus 3y equals 25. Negative 4x minus 2y equals negative 22. Multiply the entire top equation by 4. Multiply the entire bottom equation by 5. So that gets me 20x plus 12y equals 100, and negative 20x minus 10y equals negative 110. My x's cancel, and I have 2y equals negative 10. And when you divide by 2, you get y equals negative 5. So I'm taking my y and I am substituting it for y in my original top equation. So I have 5x plus 3 instead of y. I'm replacing it with negative 5. That's what y equals. So now I have 5x minus 15 equals 25. Add 15 to both sides. 5x equals 40. And divide. So you get x equals 8. My ordered pair is 8, negative 5. So this one part I forgot to answer is what we multiplied each equation by. So we multiplied equation 1 by 4, and we multiplied equation 2 by 5 in order to get them to eliminate. If you guys are struggling or have any questions, please let us know. Email us. Remember to pause if you're struggling, and have a great day.